Hello, anime fans. I'm Katie Cullen with FANVERSATION. I'm at Anime Expo, and here's who I talked with today. I'm here with LittleKuriboh. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, or as the show I make might say, I'm doing super special awesome.
Well, that is good to hear. It is day 3 of AX at this point, and it's been, oh my gosh, is about right. How's the con been for you?
Oh, it's been a doozy. I've been coming to Anime Expo for 10 years now, since 2009. And my life has been through some very drastic changes since I started coming. And this convention's been through, it's not been through a lot of changes, but it's grown a great deal, certainly. And it's been great to see it grow. And it's been great to see a lot of the fans that come to see me and how they've changed through the years and how different their lives are and how different their perspectives are. And it's just been really cool. It's like coming back home every year, you know? Yeah.
That's really sweet. Are there any fan interactions from this convention that stood out to you?
My gosh, I'm going to have to think about that one. I mean, there are always fan interactions that stay with me at every show. This one is no exception. I would have to say, honestly, that there was a group that came earlier that were talking to me about somebody that I met in 2010, who I often see at Anime Expo, but they weren't able to come this year. But the first time I met them, they came up to me and said, "Will you be my BFF?" And I said, "Absolutely, I'll be your BFF." And ever since then, every time we've seen each other, it's been, "Hey, it's my BFF. Yeah, it's good to see you again." But they couldn't come this year, so I had to send my BFF regards to my friend Chelsea through the friends that came over. So that was sweet. And there's been just so many people. One of my favorite interactions was that, and this is a funny one. We have a shirt that we're selling called, instead of the Dark Magician, it's the Dank Magician. And so it's got some marijuana references on it. And she really wanted to buy one for her kids. So she was like, "Do you have any in children's sizes?" And unfortunately, we did not. But I think that would have been hysterical if we did.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to process that one. I know we're in California, but...
Yeah, I mean, the dankest state, you know? Start your kids early, I guess. That's the real dank magic.
And they will be chill for life.
Very true, very true.
So, when you started YuGiOh Abridged, did you ever see it becoming this big?
Oh my gosh, no. I would have been too scared. I would have been so scared to even begin if I'd known or if I'd had an inkling. When I started making the show, I really hoped that a few people would like it. And I hoped that, if anything, like a collection of YuGiOh fans on like a live journal somewhere might share it with each other. And to my surprise, a large number of fans took it and ran with it and really started putting it out there and sharing it with their friends, and their friends would share it with their friends. I didn't really try and promote the show that much, except putting it on LiveJournal. And the YuGiOh fandom, really, I owe it to them that it proliferated the way it did. And I really am blown away, and I continue to be blown away. Even at Anime Expo this year, the sheer number of people who want to come out and say hi and tell me that they watched it and that it was something they watched in their childhood, and now they're in high school, and I'm like, how is this a thing? It's so crazy.
I was going to say, I think you're hitting on people's nostalgia, because I watched YuGiOh itself in high school, and then, no, there are people growing up on YuGiOh Abridged. That's got to be mind-blowing.
It's all come full circle, like there was the Abridged series, and there was the show before that, and the people who watched the show watched the Abridged series, and now there are the people who watched the Abridged series who are watching the show. So it's really surreal,
And they're raising dank magicians.
Apparently.
So, what's next for your channel? What other projects are you working on that you would like to tell us about?
Well, for my channel in particular, I am currently making a series where I watch the YuGiOh spin-offs. Like, I'm starting with GX, and I'm giving my own opinions and my thoughts and reactions to it, and I'm finding that very rewarding. It's basically just a vlog series, but at the same time, it touches on things such as like my misgivings about certain spin-offs of YuGiOh that turn out to be completely wrong. And I actually had an epiphany that GX is actually a great show, even though I ended up hating on it a lot throughout making YuGiOh Abridged. I ended up loving it, watching it with this series. So that's a show I'm working on. Outside of the channel, though, I'm working on becoming a professional writer. I just got my first professional writing job, I can't say what it was for yet, unfortunately. I wish I could tell you. But yeah, that was a big deal to me. And I'm a voice actor. I'm working professionally, so I'm still getting work that way. And every time there's a new Star Wars film, they bring me out and they have me do the audio description for it. So I'm hoping they'll have me coming out soon for the Rise of the Skywalker.
How did you get into Star Wars audio descriptions?
They really wanted a British guy. Apparently, they really wanted somebody who would appeal to not just America, but to Europe and to the various places in the world. And I personally, I suspect they wanted British because so many accents in Star Wars are British. In that first movie, it's predominantly British accents. But I was just lucky to be one of the guys that studio had worked with. And they were like, Martin's on our short list. Let's bring him in. Let's see what he can do. And audio description isn't the toughest job in the world, but I'm very grateful to have gotten it, you know?
Well, and that also puts your name in some Star Wars credits, doesn't it?
Not in the actual movies themselves, unfortunately, but if you get the Blu-ray, you can hear me doing the audio description, and you can hear me say my name at the end during the credits. So technically, yes.
Well, it's 1 degree of separation closer to Mark Hamill.
Oh, that's a huge honor, honestly, yeah. For all the Star Wars cast, honestly. Those movies were my childhood, going back to that, you know? So
It all comes back to your childhood.
it always does, it always does. I don't think I've ever left my childhood, really. I think up here, I'm still quite young. The beard would tell you otherwise, though.
I don't know, I've seen 15-year-olds with beards.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Might as well rock it. If you could do anything for the channel, for your career, anything, pie in the sky, what would it be?
I would love to write. I would love to write for either TV, movies, write books. I would love to just write. I'm very happy with the Abridged series that I get the chance to do that, even if it's not necessarily a professional project. The fact that I get to write and put it out there is fantastic. But if I could get more writing work and be more behind the scenes, and because I don't really feel that comfortable being on camera for a lot of my projects. I'm not really naturally like an on-camera guy, but I'd be very happy just sitting back and writing and then letting other people interpret what I wrote and run with it, you know?
Well, thank you for being on camera for this.
Oh, no, absolutely.
And congrats on your mystery writing project.
Thank you so much.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your fans?
Thank you for everything. I really do mean that. I honestly wouldn't have the life that I have or be the person that I am without all of you. I don't know how to express to you guys how significantly my life has changed because of all of this, and it wouldn't have happened without any of you. So thank you. Thank you.
All right, and thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you. Thank you for talking to me.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.